asking me, "Hey man, I just saw you hit that weed. Can I hit that weed?" I was like, "Goddamn feelers!" And this is right after Tuesday, so you know how I feel about everything. How bad is my neurovirus gonna be when I'm like cruising a week? You know, it's fucking bad, dude.
You're just gonna be just decrepit in the bed.
Ah, dead. I'm gonna be dead. So talking to Leslie Joe. Freaking her the fuck out. The bartender's asking me for weed, and you're sitting schmoozing with Boris and what was
Marley E.
Marley E.
Yeah.
You got to say it like that?
Marley. Just call her Marley then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're camooshin over there.
Yep, camooshin.
And I'm being an eccentric ex-boyfriend creepy status over here, and I don't know what the hell is going on, but people are disappearing like while this is going on, and I mean not just like leaving. They're like leaving and coming back in. Leaving and coming back in.
Yeah.
And as stoned as I was, I started to get really paranoid. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Like, what's happening?
I know. And it was like you were camooshin, I wasn't high, and then I smoked, and then I started talking to Leslie Joe like 30 seconds later after I smoked. So I'm just insane.
Like, just...
Like, that contact high hits me, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to... And it was like that in my head, so I only imagine what I actually said to this poor girl.
It's probably like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I've never heard of this guy. Oh wait, you're my Facebook friend. Like, that was the start of the conversation.
Was that the two couple that was behind us?
No. They were funny too.
Yeah, they were.
They were we came here because we put the kid to sleep, and now we have a babysitter, and we're running. That was them.
Yeah,
and they came at like the tail end of the show.
It looked like it too, just like those two that just walked in at the end of the show too.
That was Leslie Joe and Etchy,
who
I still
so
even know.
Wasted.
Huh?
They look wasted.
They came from like a comedy event or something downtown, so they were already they were ready to be Baker acted basically.
Yeah.
So
basically.
So just imagine she's that fucked up, and I'm seeming like a huge monster of appreciation and cool. Like, hey, how you going? Hi, girl. And she's just cowering in fear. No, she's just laying on the bar. I didn't even give a shit. Like, she was chill as shit, but I didn't know what kind of status and how perception was the next day.
Was she comatose and all that?
A little bit, yeah. Gosh. But it was funny. She was dead. She was telling me about her day, and I was like, yeah, that's basically me, but I'm on shitloads of cocaine. I almost said cocaine. I mean, coffee.
Coffee, not cocaine.
Oh, man, caffeine.
That's caffeine.
Kavafi.
Kafifi.
Is it kofifi?
Yeah, kafifi.
Kafifi.
Yeah, kafifi.
In Hamburger.
And hamburglar.
Hamburger. No, it's the new one.
Hamburger.
That's that Clemson story we talked about last time.
Oh, that fucking that him serving all those fucking gosh, that looked like a white trash buffet.
I know, it was so ridiculous. I was just waiting for them to pull out the Hanukkah candles and shit.
Yeah, la hita hava la gita hava.
By the way, we like the Jews. I do. You guys are just such an easy stereotype to just roll in there. Do a little poking, nothing too harsh.
Don't get.
Plus, they don't really have like a loud speaker who's a Jew who can really tell us not to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like the black people have their guy, and the Latinos have their guy.
They do have the Anti-Defamation League.
Moving on.
Yeah.
You were about to get very technical and legal on me, and I was about to not listen at all. So let's.
I know. I just wanted to point that out. They do have that.
So, I remember what we were talking about. What we were going to talk about before.
The Nook.
No, not the Nook. Moving on past the Nook. So, Peter, thank you for hosting that event. That was fun.
It definitely was.
Hey, we reached the end of the segment. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. We didn't get to do that yet.
Holy shoot.
Yay, we made it. First hurdle's done.
Cooking.
Yay, second show. First hurdle. We did it. We did it. This is what they call the cliffhanger. You know, they're excited. What are we going to talk about next? All right, let's
hold on much longer.
So, do you want to skip salty confessions this week?
Well,
because that was kind of the next portion of the story.
If
not, we're gonna go to the open mic.
Do you want to do the salty confessions?
I don't know. All right, so we have a segment coming up. Maybe later this show, maybe not. I don't know. Right this moment,
we'll warm up into it.
We'll warm up into it. Maybe. I don't know. That's where we get all personal and shit.
Yeah.
And it gets a little weird, especially...
It gets all in the feels.
No, it gets weird because Chris and I know the same people.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are very looped together, even though we didn't know each other.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really strange.
I was actually like, everyone knew me, but I was like very third party ish. Like I was always doing my own thing. They're like, where's Chris Rose?
And in this,
now?
and
I'm
in this
I
story,
got shit going on.
And in this story, I'm first person. I'm in the shit
of
all the bad stuff. You know what I mean? So I guess we could do that at the end of the show.
Oh yeah, I was always working and doing shit. Like, and they were like, "Why don't you hang out?" I'm like, I wish I had the time. And plus, I got a girlfriend that I'm, hook that hit with, shit. Thank God that's gone. Bye.
Wow, that was. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Wait,
that was a tangent.
That was like, I'm keeping that in the show.
Please do.
That was
fucking
awesome. Awkwardly like, all right, this is happening. We're just gonna let this happen right now.
I'm like, shit. I just lost it, but fuck it.
Our fourth wall Boris is losing his shit for a minute over there. He's like, He's staring at you like, dude, I got you a little stoned. Did I break you in the process?
No, it's this. I was at an after party till like 5 last night because it was my birthday yesterday, and I'm like running on fumes, and I'm like,
how was your birthday? Never mind. I'm a jackass. I have no perception of time this week. It has been such a fucking blur of a week.
It has.
Between work and the cynical amounts of shit that we had. Let's talk about the open mic.
Let's do that. Yeah.
So, what a fucking joke of an evening. And how fucking hilarious are your early morning apologies to me? They are. That just gives you an intro into this story. Oh my God. So, every Tuesday night, we have this thing. It's Grumpy's Underground Lounge. They're our sponsor for another show, so I'll just mention them. So William Rodriguez hosts a show every single week. So if you think you're brave and cool and want to jump in the world of comedy, go ahead and hang out over at Grumpy's on Tuesday nights. It will be something else every time you go. The whole crowd is different every single week.
They are.
And then some repeats, which we're going to talk about right now.
All right.
So William is like, Aaron, do you want to go up and do stand-up first? And keep in mind, we usually do a podcast there on Tuesday nights called Uncomfortably Close. And it's usually two comics and me and a guest, usually another rotating comedian where we talk about, comedy and everything like that. If you're in that scene, there's a whole lifestyle and everything behind it, plus the news that comes out about comedians and shit. But every time we go to goddamn Grumpy's, it is the weirdest, funnest, most outrageous time because you never know what you're going to walk into. Do you know about I remember. Do you remember when the first time you went to Wally's in Orlando? Yes. Boris says yes. And basically, you don't know what you're getting until you go in. Because the clientele there changes by the fucking hour. Like, sometimes it's, I don't know, John Morgan. Yeah. Other times it's like some sleazy, coked-out whore. Or there's the bartender who's like totally skeeted out all the time. Yeah. She's over 50. I don't know. That's the kind of situation I'm talking about. I don't know if I'll run that audio, but basically every time you walk into this place, you have to read the room before you walk in. Because, it's not a bad room. I mean, you're not going to get shot or stabbed or anything, but you need to see how people are. Because Grumpy's is a really great name for this fucking bar and the people that are hanging out there. And I mean, I don't know what their shtick is.
Yeah.
What Grumpy's shtick is yet. Because, it's still a pretty new bar. It feels like really beginnings of Milk Bar over there on Robinson.
Yeah.
Never going to mention them again on this show, but that is what I get, is the first 6 months to a year of owning a bar. You're trying to find yourself. You're kind of, what am I going to do with this space that I now call a bar? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but they sell it as a lounge, but they have like no furniture. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't want to go too hard into Grumpy's, but I think it's still discovering its identity. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to knock it on that. And the staff there are fantastic. They're awesome people. But they get you fucked beyond belief, Chris. And
Shit.
I don't even expect you to be dropping a lot of money in there. Do you buy everything?
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Like,
I mean,
if I
they
drank...
just feed me it. Like,
if I drank there, dude, you would need a fucking EMS to take me home.
Gosh.
Like, no shit. Whether... I know they don't have a liquor license, so they do the fake liquors, like the mocktails and shit. The way you guys be drinking that shit, you'd think that was top shelf Jack Daniels, man. You guys are fucking hard into that shit.
I know.
Like some of the clients, I know the other people who hang out at Grumpy's are never going to hear this show.
Yeah.
So I am going to talk about them.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on that block? I get Lou's people. Lose is lose, all right? They've been the fucking same since they opened.
Yeah.
It's an underground, it's a shithole, it's a punk bar.
Fuck that place.
No, it's fucking awesome.
I hate that place.
You hate Lou's? I love Lou's. Lou's has been my home for at least a good decade.
I know.
So not for anything other than shows, though. I wouldn't just go hang out there.
No.
Because Lou doesn't care.
Oh, what Lou's? What Uncle Lou's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Whiskey Lou's.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna edit that out.
All right, yeah.
So,
oh, I love Uncle Lou's. Yeah,
yeah, Uncle Lou's is right next to Grumpy's.
Oh yeah, shoot. I love
so
Uncle's.
The first night I went to Grumpy's is basically there's a open mic on the right bar. That's what I'm gonna call it. There's right bar and left bar.
Yeah.
Right bar is Grumpy's. Left bar is Lou's.
All right.
So the first time I ever get there, there's a reggae fucking whatever going. There's a reggae fucking reggaeton party and
was
reggae.
Was that the day the whole thing?
No. That's not the same day. That was you hadn't gone yet. So, but the first time I went there, you got all these guys outside that are they got the crust punk straight out of white college.
Oh my god.
Like I'm living off daddy's money, but I'm doing the crust punk thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first night I went there. So you're hearing like these Bob Marley vibes coming out of Lou's, and right next door is Grumpy's Underground Lounge, and they're doing, I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was an open mic too, but it wasn't Williams.
Yeah.
And I thought it was Williams, but I went there on the wrong day.
Oh, no.
So the next day I went there, there's a death metal show going on at Lou's and an open mic. It's just that fucking...
It's very eclectic.
It's a very interesting block, but the clientele that hangs out at these two places, I know you were schmoozing with one, but goddamn, dude, what a mix of white trash I have ever fucking seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is some Bithlow running through that bitch.
Yep.
Either
bit.
that or Groveland. It goes out either that way.
I think Groveland.
Groveland? Yeah.
Groveland. No,
they would drive all that way. That's at least an hour to hang out at Grumpy's. That is fucking weird.
Yeah. That is a long way.
It is such a strange fucking place. Because open mic is the same every time you go there, but you never know the feel of the room. The room is so, I don't know. When you walk in, there's like weird karaoke rap music playing.
Yeah.
And it's always like Eminem.
Yeah.
But the people who are DJing are black. And it's like you'll have Most Def play. And I mean, you get hip hop. It's hip hop when they're playing it. But then you'll get like the people who listen to like just the like Little Peep and shit, and, like hanging out there. Like it's fucking weird. Like
it's very just like a Motley Crue type of thing.
It's a very bizarre place,
and
I like it. It's fun, but there's been some nights where there was a guy. Like I think the second time I went there, you were with me that time.
Yeah,
and I was waiting for the bathroom, and the guy vomited right on himself in the hallway. In the back near the front door.
I didn't see that. What? Tell me about that.
I just did. That was the whole story. I was like waiting in line. The guy just puked on himself.
What the fuck?
And then he walked out the back door. I was like, dude, are you going to come back and clean this shit up? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
And I mean, that was the first night I met the owner. That was hilarious. I mean,
that was the owner?
No, that was the first night I met the owner.
No,
I guess the way I did that's probably not a good thing. Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, sorry.
We cleared it up. We
clarified it, man.
Yeah.
It was just like, unbelievable. I don't know how to mix and react and how to interact with any of these fucking people. I don't know what kind of demographic I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
I could be dealing with like fucking murderers and shit. I know some hang out at Lou's.
Yeah.
You know, I mean the same homeless guys who are like got like 3 teeth left from doing meth for 7 years.
Yeah, they probably already eaten one of their